checking out the beans we broadcasted. As you can see, we've got lots of weeds in here, but I think it's actually helping us a little bit. These are a little sandier soils where we're at. We got a lot of cover and a lot of weeds that are taking nutrients from the soil, so we are gonna kill them. But as I'm looking in here, we got tons of beans. Let's take a closer look. You look underneath here, and there is beans all over. They're looking pretty darn good. I'm actually very, very impressed. Looking awesome. So we got a little bit of randomness. Like, no, there's no beans right in this little pocket. So I think what we're gonna do with the inconsistencies and those little open pockets of where beans just, the seeds just didn't germinate, or maybe when I disc they just didn't land in these spots. So we are gonna come in and overseed this late July. I think we might put maybe a little bit, maybe a section of it we'll try some brassicas, maybe another section we'll try winter rye. We'll see. We might make it just another little experiment, but this is so awesome. I was kind of worried I haven't been able to go take a look at these in quite some time. But we're gonna get in here, we're going to kill all of this. We've got Roundup Ready beans in here, so it's gonna work out. We got lots of beans. This is awesome. So last fall, before we planted this and put the rest of the ground into CRP, I actually, where this food plot was gonna be, I actually just threw in some winter rye just to see if we had some pop up. And this little section here, we actually have it coming. And it's actually dropping seeds as we speak, which I think that's gonna be perfect for this fall. You know, we're not looking for just the perfect consistency of food and everything, but this is just gonna fill in the spaces in between the beans. I think this is gonna be cool. When we come in, I might even wait just a little longer to kill this. Let the seeds drop from the winter rye. That's they're just kind of scattered, so it's not a ton, but we'll let them reseed a little bit, then we'll come kill. And I think we're gonna end up looking good. What we did around the outside of this food plot is we came in, and the first 5 to 10 feet we actually broadcasted the corn seed we had remaining from the last couple of years, just to kind of use it up, give it a little different diversity in this giant food plot. And we kind of used it too to put it around the outside. Maybe that kind of creates an extra screen as all of the trees are starting to grow. So we're going to continue to have some sort of level of screening in this food plot until those grow up. Okay, so we scooted our way to the other end of the food plot here. Drastically different. Kind of expected that to happen, but we're gonna need to do a little bit more work on this end. I am noticing we do have a fair bit of beans that are there. They're just little. And what else we got here? We do have some corn popping up, but man, it just did not do very well on this end. That's something to take into consideration as we're looking at this and thinking about next year, what we're gonna do with this food plot. So this one, we got heavy weed problems, big time weed problems. Looks like it's bad everywhere, but this one's really bad on this side. So we're gonna come in and mitigate this a little bit. this will help the rest of the crops we want to keep, the corn and the soybeans that did make it, and let them start taking off. But, so, very little corn, but we got beans coming in there. But we got lots of weeds. See, we got beans popping. They're coming. Beans. And it's gonna look pretty bad for the next month. Once we kill this in about 2 weeks, this is actually going to look super awesome. All right, just stick with me on our journey through broadcasting these soybean corn food plots. It has already paid off. It's already growing and doing all right. This I'm going to add some fertilizer. I'm going to add fertilizer to the whole thing, but spray, fertilize, give the chance here to get another month or two of really good growth. I'm happy. All I did, we had the ground ready to go, and we just broadcasted this in, turned it in a little bit. Yeah, you can do the row planting. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if I had a row planter, easy, accessible, sure, nothing wrong with that. Why not? But just opening the eyes on thinking different. And I'm always dealing with clients and with food plots that I'm putting in on properties I manage and the places I hunt. A lot of times you can't get big equipment in there. So this is the reason for doing these big tests like this, is if you just have to broadcast, work up the soil just a little bit, you can use different tools and do it lower cost and get great results. So bear with me as we deal with all of the weed problems in here. But mind you, you could leave the weeds. It doesn't set you up for success next year, but seriously, you could leave these. They're kind of getting protected by the weeds for browse pressure. So the beans that are in here, they might actually get pods rather than just getting absolutely demolished by the deer, because there's nothing else around here that's going to stop them from eating. All right, some of these over here, these bean plants are actually even bigger over on this side than over there. I was actually kind of surprised. I went not very far and all of a sudden I'm seeing some big plants over here. So, all right, more to come. I'll do another little progress video here as we spray them and get the weeds killed. A little fertilizer on them. Okay, see you on the land.